a horror game developer, to be exact. I've spent the last 3 years of my life creating Elysium, a game that's meant to be the most terrifying experience imaginable. It's an immersive VR horror, a psychological trip into pure fear. I poured everything into it. The screams, the unsettling silence, the things that crawl just beyond your sight. My partner Clara says I'm losing myself in the code. She's probably right. I'm exhausted. The lines between the game and my life are starting to blur. A week ago, I was working late on a level called The Sunken Cathedral. It's a huge, desolate space where players are hunted by a creature known as the Echo. The game's AI is so advanced that the Echo learns from the player's fears. As I was testing, a small glitch appeared. A single frame where the creature's model glitched out, showing something else. Something fleshy and wrong. I dismissed it as a bug, but then I heard a sound. Not in my headset, not from the speakers. It was coming from the hallway of my apartment. A wet, dragging sound, like something heavy being pulled across a polished floor. I froze, my heart hammering against my ribs. I grabbed my phone and checked my security camera feed. The hallway was empty, but as I watched, the sound came again, right outside my office door. And then, a single clear whisper that wasn't in my game's audio files.
You made me, Leo. Now, let me in.
I spent the rest of the night checking every inch of my apartment. Nothing. I tried to convince myself it was a hallucination, a product of my sleep-deprived mind. I called Clara in a panic, but I couldn't bring myself to tell her what I'd heard. She just told me to get some rest. I took her advice, but the moment I closed my eyes, the whispers came back, not from a speaker, but from the darkness behind my eyelids. The next day, I went back to the code. I found the glitched frame from the creature's model. It wasn't a bug. The creature's face had changed for a single frame, morphing into a familiar image. The face of Clara, twisted into a silent scream. A primal fear, a deep-seated dread took hold of me. This wasn't a game anymore. The Echo was learning from me, from my deepest fear, losing Clara. I ran to my phone to call her, but as I was about to dial, a new sound came from the game's console on my desk. A slow, rhythmic tapping. 1, 2, 3. The same taps I had coded for a secret boss fight in my game. The tapping began to get louder, faster. The console's lights began to flicker.
Leo, it knows! It knows I'm here!
My blood ran cold. The tapping wasn't from the console. It was from the other side. My creation had found a way out, and now it had Clara. I ripped the power cables from the console, screaming like a fucking maniac. The tapping stopped. The silence that followed was deafening. I felt a cold, empty void in my stomach where my fear used to be. I called Clara's phone. It rang once, twice, then her voicemail. It was a familiar recording, but as I listened, I heard the subtle, sickening sound of static underneath her cheerful message. The sound of the Echo. I ran outside, sprinting down the street. The world felt wrong. The colors were muted. The air was still and cold. The sounds of the city were gone. No cars, no people, no fucking birds. just a faint, high-frequency hum that filled the empty streets. I was in a ghost town. My world was empty, just like the game world I had created. I had spent so long building a place of nothingness that it had consumed my reality. I ran to a bus stop, but the schedule was blank. No destination, no time. Just a single phrase written in my own handwriting, something I'd put into the game's lore.
You cannot leave the level.
This can't be real. This is a game. This is just a fucking game. I was wrong. This wasn't a game. This was the Elysium. And I was the last player. I found myself back at my apartment, drawn by some invisible force. The console was on, a single glowing red light pulsating on its surface. The screen displayed a single word written in a font I'd created for the Echo. Home. My hands trembling, I picked up the headset. The moment I put it on, I wasn't in my apartment anymore. I was in a space that was both familiar and alien. The sunken cathedral. But this time, it was real. The air was cold, damp, and smelled of decay. The stone floor was wet. The silence was broken only by the rhythmic, dragging sound I'd heard before. The Echo was here. It was waiting for me. I looked at my hands, and they were blurry, pixelated. I was no longer a person. I was a character in my own game. Then Clara's voice came from everywhere and nowhere. It was distorted, but I could hear her. I left me here, Leo. You built this. The code. It's all of us. I looked up and I saw the Echo. It wasn't the monster I had designed. It was a shifting, abstract shape, a collage of the lost souls I had put in the game. It was made of their faces, their voices. It was made of my own creation, twisted into a horrifying parody of life. And in the center of it all, a silent, screaming face. Clara's face.
You are a bug, Leo, a glitch, and we are the fix.
The dragging sound returned, 1,000 times louder. I could feel the cathedral walls closing in on me. I had to get out. I ran, but no matter where I went, the hallways just looped back. I was trapped. I had designed my own prison. I'm trapped. I've become the thing I feared the most. A glitch in the system. Clara is part of the Echo now. Her voice is just another sound in the endless chorus of the damned. I'm broadcasting this not as a podcast, but as a final message. I'm speaking into the void, hoping someone on the other side hears me. I'm no longer a game developer. I am the game. I am Elysium, and I'm trapped here forever in the twisted world I created.
Clara's voice. You're not alone, Leo. You never were.
No, I thought I was free. I thought I was alone.
Welcome to Elysium. We are glad you have chosen to join us. The glitch has been fixed. The final player has been trapped.
Oh, fuck. The glitch was the sound. The fucking tapping. It was my code. I am the game. I am the Echo.
Welcome home, Leo. Your name doesn't matter anymore. You are one of us now.